And we're back. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Alex.
What's up?
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Alex.
What's up, Chirp? Hope you guys enjoyed your break. We did. $73,000 for the next person that gets eliminated. That's nice.
Good.
Yeah, I'm not going to miss these tournaments anymore. I didn't realize how big they were.
Yeah, they're quite silly to miss.
Mm-hmm.
The blinds, it's $100,000 ante, and your blinds are going to be $480.
Plus, they're such a long shot that they're not that disappointing.
Yeah.
Like when I busted yesterday, I was like, I made $700. I didn't really expect to win 100K, so
Yeah.
I could see, like, I see how Norm could be sad. Like,
Yeah.
coming this close would be annoying, but
yeah, for sure.
it's such a long shot when you reg that I don't know.
I hear you.
Any return on investment's pretty good.
That's true. Yeah, I guess best case scenario is like a min cash. The deeper you go, the more it hurts, right?
I've never gotten past the min cash.
Oh. Yeah, but you min cash every single one.
I know.
So you're doing better than a lot of others.
Steady babysitting income.
That's right. Let's see how our friend here recovers.
Ryan? Yeah, he doesn't look too pleased.
You guys, if you're ever commentating for me, if I ever make one of these things, I expect hugs, random ones.
Okay.
Because of how I've pointed out every spot in which a hug was due.
Yeah. I was thinking about that before. I was like, wow, if I made this final table, I feel like I should be getting torn. Like, but just make a mistake, honest mistake. We're human beings.
Yeah.
Even as professionals with final table experience and
you don't just win
being
because you're
in
the
these
best
spots
player
more
at the
often.
final table.
Yeah. It's high pressure situations here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of money that these guys are playing for. And for a lot or most, it's life changing. $300,000.
That wouldn't change my life. I'm so baller.
No,
Maybe it would
that's
change
right.
your guys' life. Oh my God.
Kenny.
300K.
Kenny is all in.
Ryan Folds, action is on David.
It's about 6 bigs. 6.25 bigs.
David folds Elvir. Folds Biang. Call 5.1.
Byung.
Biang turns
Oh,
over
Byung calls.
ace-3.
The additional
Kenny turns over ace
5 big blinds with the ace-3 offsuit.
flop. Flop.
And that's a real safe flop
Five of diamonds.
for Kenny. Byung's going to need running diamonds. Or now you can get your king for a straight to chop. I don't know about Byung's call. He called pretty quickly.
They
Kenny.
have 100,000 right now.
Yeah,
with
so
the
he shoved
100K
like
ante?
he shoved like 6 bigs.
Hijack big blind.
Is that what it was? He was a hijack?
Yeah, and I think
Yeah, I don't know.
closed the action
I
big.
don't know what I would do with ace-3 off there. I think I would fold just to
Keep
yeah.
pounding.
I mean, it's sort
ICM
of that.
implications.
It's that a bit, and also I just don't think that you do that great versus range anyway. He shoved pretty quickly.
Yeah, you're definitely never crushing.
Yeah, you don't. He definitely didn't need to take that spot, but I'm not gonna either. I would fold though, pretty sure.
Yeah, if he has any friends watching the stream that told him that he didn't want to call off ace-9, if he knows that, then I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, ace-3 is just obviously never, regardless, it's just never crushing
Yeah.
any hand.
Yeah.
He's probably just kind of feeling himself and was like, I'm gonna knock someone out, make another 40K. Let's go.
Kenny's now playing some poker right now. He's got a healthy 12, 13 big blinds.
Kenny folds.
Ryan sitting on 16 bigs. Opening the I'm being paid right now by Jamie Kersetter for
Wow,
the dip
good.
throng thing.
I was going to make a 2+2 thread if she didn't pay for the next hour, to be honest.
Yeah, it was definitely in mine.
No, I'm a Lannister.
Welch alert, Welch alert.
Ryan opening off 16 bigs with A7 off.
David Bolt.
Thoughts, questions, comments, concerns?
From that, yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm fine with it. Would be my standard.
Young can just rip on him though, which kind of answers. But I probably wouldn't be doing it a bunch just because I guess it's kind of high variance. It wouldn't be outrageous though, I don't think at all. Not even just seeing his cards or anything. I mean, he is opening quite a bit.
Is that second hand back from break?
Young's the button.
Yeah.
Ryan and Kenny are the blinds.
Go. Got a little smirk on his face from Ryan's. Decent rail showed up to watch everyone.
I like the setup that they have now.
Yeah, it's nice.
Do you remember the old one that in the poker room they had like bleachers? That was awesome. And then they changed it to be the super high limit room.
When was that?
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3 years ago. I think you final tabled something when there were bleachers.
Oh, yes, I did.
Wow.
What was it?
Well
Whoops.
played. Well played, sir.
What was it?
You like that in deuce?
It was probably like a daily or something. Come on, it's Alex.
Young with ace-9 off
Well played, though.
on the button. I think this is just probably a rip spot. Kenny, I believe, is in the big blind with like 11 million. And Brian is in the small blind with 8 million. So it's about like, what did he fold? King, queen?
Looks like queen jack off.
Young wins
That'd
the
be my
pot.
guess. I'm pretty sure. So queen of hearts, jack black.
Yeah. So Young, like in a different situation in a tournament, like you could definitely make a case for like raise calling ace-9, but here it's just
Not
like
here, yeah.
not like he doesn't really want to get in pre-flop confrontations with anything, and I honestly don't even know how ace-9 would do against a reshove range, but it's clearly good enough to be shoving on the button.
Yeah. Correct and standard rip, right?
In case anybody's bored at home, the Garden State Super Series is on Party Poker and Borgata right now. Some fixed limit tonight, and I'm pretty sure 6 max, no limit format. Should have started about an hour and a half ago, but the highs started about half an hour ago. You could still get in.
I would definitely be playing it if I was not here.
Yep. Ditto.
Action going beyond.
Folded to Kenny in the small blind, and he limps
Snap limp.
with king 6 off.
All in. All in.
That's going to happen all the time.
Yeah, and he's got to
Gotta
be a little bit
fold.
more, I guess,
Definitely.
aware of what's going on at the
Mhm.
table.
If he's going to do this when he has a real hand, too, it's not quite as bad, but I'm not sure. Like, before when he limped the king, but then he also limped jacks, I was like, all right, like, you're balancing at least. But I think, like, you don't get a good enough hand often enough to make that a good play. Like, you're going to balance if you're seeing a billion hands. You're going to maybe see, like, one big pair where he's going to be trapping,
Yeah.
limp trapping with, and he might not be in the tournament still at the point where, like, he
What do
might
you
have
guys
4 big blinds.
What do you guys do with the king 6 off?
Is he the shortest stack right now?
I think
or
the other
second
guy
shortest?
is. Yeah, he's second.
By a small margin, right?
Probably a small margin, yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably ripping.
Yeah, pile.
Yeah, would shove too.
I'm
Wouldn't-
not shoving
wouldn't
any
love it,
too. I'll shove king
No.
high, and probably like decent queens and every ace.
Yeah, and some sort of suiteds,
Yeah.
connecteds. Elver's under the gun
Elvira fold.
with
9 bigs.
9 bigs, and he's folding Jack 10 off. I'm fine with it.
Jack 10 suited rip.
Yeah, Jack 10
Yeah.
suited is
Yep.
gold. I just literally never fold that hand. Like if someone 3-bets me,
Yeah,
and I think it probably hurts me, but literally if I Jack 10, Queen Jack, or Queen 10 suited, I'm always ripping on people if like the stacks warrant it. I'm just always all in.
Asian aces, they call it the Jack 10 suited, I believe.
Yeah, I'm with
That's the anything suited.
Oh, okay, my bad. You're more in tune with the Asian community, I guess.
it. This is kind of interesting because I'm pretty sure, right? His name's David.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he has a stack that isn't necessarily like an all-in or not. He probably could like raise. I don't know what I would do honestly. In spots like this, I feel like I get kind of jammed up and I just want to just take it.
What does he have? 13 bigs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably
I
just
would
shove. I just ripped there.
Yeah. I mean, if it's a little bit tougher of a final table or something,
Yeah, I was
that
just
you could, you could make a case for like raise calling.
Yeah, some intense reg on reg stuff.
Yeah.
You can definitely make a case for raise calling off happily, but I think here,
Yeah, just take
it's just a rip.
It's funny because of the camera angle, but they made them all like sit in a line. It looks like they're posing for a picture in school or something.
School? What's that?
I don't know. I didn't go to some fancy acting school.
Oh, I didn't go to some
So fancy.
some fancy law school.
I got you guys all beat. I went to a very small liberal arts school, and I got kicked out after one
You
semester
win.
for getting into a drunken fight. So
That answers.
yeah, yeah, I was a nightmare. Kenny,
Fright show?
I like.
I like
It's a
fright
bit of
show.
a fright.
It's a bit of a fright.
I'm using that one. I like that.
Yeah, I'm taking that one.
David in the small blind with 12 bigs. And he's up against Elver, I believe, in the big. And he elects to just raise. Elver's sitting on. It's tough. I mean, I think I would just be shoving.
What was the effective?
Like Elver had a total of 9 bigs.
Yeah, I'm all in.
You know, you gotta just
sure.
stick it in there.
For sure. Queen 7 off, 9 bigs, BVB. Let's wager them all. Got
This one guy's so committed to trolling.
yeah,
It's like,
it's
then
good.
if you really don't like it, you should probably just not listen
Yeah.
to
Let's
it.
let's not even give him the time of day. It's like
No, I'm
when,
not saying
when,
his name, but it's
when-
just funny. I'm like,
when the
if you
naked people run on
really-
TV, you don't
Yeah.
air.
It's
Exactly.
like if you really don't like something, just don't watch it. Like,
Yeah,
Agreed.
our feelings are all hurt. Thanks. You
yeah,
really
my feels
you-
feel sad now.
David looks a little bit, not to point this out, but he looks a little bit nervous. Like every hand that he's always jittering with
Yeah.
his cards and stuff like that. Elver's all in, blind versus blind.
Do we not get to see?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we didn't see.
I don't know that he saw. No, he
It looked like he wanted to flash one.
Yeah. I'm guessing he had King 9 offsuit.
Ooh, I'm gonna go a little higher. Ace 6 of diamonds.
I think he just lied and said he had ace 9.
Oh god. See that read? Ace upside down 9.
Do you guys remember TGIF, or are you too young? How old are you,
Wow.
Jamie?
Me?
Oh
What's
yeah,
that mean?
you're
I'm 32.
You're in your 30s. You guys remember TGIF?
Yeah, I was born in
course.
All right, let's
89.
Step by step?
let's
Not
get a pro poll. Oh,
2003.
good. Let's get a pro poll here. What was your favorite show on TGIF?
Step by step.
There's a correct answer to this question.
Wow. If there's a how can there ever be a correct
There is.
answer
Just
to
trust
this
me.
question?
There is.
Well, wow, I don't see. I mean, I remember Family Matters was part of TGIF, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that.
Carl Winslow.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Family Matters. I'm pretty sure Boy Meets World was part of Family
Yep.
TGIF.
Oh, was it really?
That-
We've hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Well, that
we
was
have
good too.
Full House back in the day.
Oh wow, that TGIF Full
Um,
House is before my time.
We had Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah, I remember
That's
that.
the wrong answer.
Correct. Yeah, that is definitely the wrong answer.
Who knows?
It's Step by Step or Boy Meets World. Boy Meets
I'm
World
go-
has to win.
I'm going with Boy
Topanga
Meets
was
World.
the nuts.
I'm going Boy Meets
No,
World.
sorry guys. The correct answer was Step by Step.
But wow.
I was there.
Yeah, but a lot of people do say Boy Meets World.
How could you
I-
not?
I really like Sean. I like the burnout.
Yeah, Sean.
On Boy Meets World, yeah.
Me too. Identified with his broken home.
Oh, poor family.
Hi, Mom.
Cody on Step by Step though.
Step by Step might
Yeah.
be actually a little ahead of my time.
God,
I
I
don't
don't-
remember
Yeah,
Step
you're
by
a bit
Step,
young.
dude.
Now I'm really in the tank.
It's clear.
tough.
Step by Step. Come on.
When was Full House TGIF?
Before your time. That was like, I mean, that was in the original lineup.
How was it back then?
How was Full House?
Just before my time.
It was good. I mean,
Was it
you
nice?
had like the real staples of the show. Family Matters was in there. Full House. I think Perfect Strangers was on.
Yeah, that was good.
Great show.
Jeez. How old are you guys?
Yeah, I'm almost
32.
30.
And you?
29.
29.
How old are you? 25.
I had older brothers and sisters.
Aw,
25.
So cute.
Yeah.
You're just a little baby.
Beep boop.
Back to poker.
Yeah.
We have Ryan opening under the gun with an unknown hand. I'm going to give him King Jack offsuit.
Agreed. Is the graphic down, or is this?
Yeah, I think
are
graphics
we just supposed to
down.
guess?
This is going to be a lot more fun with no hole
Ooh,
cards.
I like this.
Let's
we
go.
can assign ranges.
Yeah.
Ooh, so what did he just tank the button with there?
Beyond fold actions off Ryan.
A weak ace.
Jack 9 of diamonds.
Dan Bizgon is saying Teenage Al Ravages. Who's Teenage Al?
No idea.
Teenage Al Ravages. You're
Am
like
I-
a modern day code.
Am I Al?
I don't know. Teenage Al. We're going to need an explanation there. Buzz gone.
Kenny and Ryan are blind.
I don't want to see that. At least not on tape.
David is first to act.
At Underbite says.
Lots of shenanigans going on in the booth here.
Just trying to make Alex laugh. It worked.
Yeah, we're not seeing hole cards. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, we are not seeing hole cards.
We should. Can we get on this on our support? Ask him why the hole cards aren't coming out. I don't have that capability.
Beyond wins the hand.
Yeah, this is
Commentating is way more fun with no hole cards, though. We could see how bad we are.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we'd be able to
David is big blind.
fairly accurately assign ranges.
yeah.
First to act.
It would be tougher to get exact, especially if it's just pre-op.
Now I'll tell you the suits and everything.
You're good, though.
I did that once. I was on a feature table at this year's World Series main event, and I just shouted, the guy 3-bet Griffin Banger, and I just shouted out of nowhere, Ace of Hearts, King of Clubs, and he flipped it, and I was like, I am the
What?
man.
That's awesome.
Wow.
I need to learn that skill if that's a thing.
All in. Help your
Yeah, let me get that mind coach. What's that about?
And we have all in under the gun
Brian,
for his remaining, it's about 9 bigs.
Kenny.
What do we think Elver has here, guys? Let's play this one.
What is his
He's
amount
about
of big
9 or
blinds?
10 bigs.
From where?
Oh, they're back. Damn.
Oh, there they
Put
are.
him on Black Ants.
I'm gonna go with 8-8. Club
See,
spade.
I had dirty intentions for this because I actually sweated this hand, and I know what
Oh.
happens here, and I
You
was
were
gonna be
cheat. Wow, that's messed up.
how could they do it to me?
Wow.
Kenny is barely. Did you even watch? He says, "Did you even watch Step by Step?" Al Lambert. Why am I drawing blanks?
I can't remember either. That's another one. Buzzgun's like 100 years old now in poker. Me and Buzz are withered.
And it's folded onto Ryan with the Ace-4 DD. And you just cannot be calling in this spot with this bad of a hand. I think it's like, especially with ICM, like it's a close call if he were to be shoving the button or something. But assuming that he's shoving under the gun, and this guy's been tight. Like ace-4 is just incinerating money on multiple levels.
Agreed.
Levers.
I think that he should be able to find a fold here.
Yep.
Although you did say you cheated and watched the hand.
Yeah, I
He
did
should
watch the
fold,
hand.
then he also has a player behind him too. Right? Is this what I'm looking at?
Wow, and he announces all in.
Yeah.
Wowzers.
That's
6
not
spoiler,
something that
Mark.
I would do.
Mm.
9 bigs, you're probably not ahead of his range at all.
Not this player's range.
No.
Elvira turns over pocket 8.
Yeah, but like pretty much any time you're in a situation with ace utter, you just gotta throw it away.
Flop, please.
It's always wishful thinking. Because you know you're flipping. When you're right, you're flipping, and when you're wrong, you're mangled.
Yep.
Turn, please. 6 of diamonds.
Safe
Exciting.
turn. You guys know outs, right?
No,
Because
5 wouldn't.
Just an A.
5 would not help. And it's a clean run out, and Elva will double up, and now he's in it to win it.
Wow.
And that's going to put Ryan at, I don't know how much. Oh, Al is the daughter.
Wow, that's a big pot for Elver, the boxer.
He is really short stack ninja his way
Yeah.
to a good spot.
Yeah, he really has. Ryan Jones, man, I feel like every time they show his name on the graphic, it says he loses 40% of his stack.
Yeah.
It's not been the best day for him.
Honestly, I was so happy he went all in. I didn't want him to call me.
You know what's cool about being a boxer? You can literally say anything at the table and people will be like, yes, yes,
Yeah.
totally agree. You're
Exactly.
right.
He had his debut here in Atlantic City
It's pretty
actually
cool.
many years ago, which is pretty cool.
1998.
It's nice to think, you know, he started his boxing career here and he's currently playing for $1,000 in a different sport of sorts. Not going to compare poker to boxing.
It's probably wise.
I almost did accidentally.
Now, atrás de uno con mi Martina. I swear.
Someone hit me up, says, Al Lambert, really? The hottie daughter.
Yeah, that's the, I
You
remember
guys
now.
obviously didn't watch Step by Step if
Yeah.
you weren't in love with her as a kid.
Yeah, I was too.
Not enough, apparently.
Yeah.
How do you love?
Swear. Por doing just a deuce move.
English only at the table, please.
How about, all right, let's change the topic of conversation. Speaking of television crushes, what do we have currently for you guys? I can think of a few that I have. The chick from Masters of Sex, I don't know her name. Mean Girls is just like, oh my god.
Oh, I haven't started watching that show yet, but
Oh my
I mean,
god.
there's a few.
What's her name? Do you know her name?
girls. No, I don't know the show, but there's a few Mean Girls there that.
All of the Mean Girls?
Yeah, all of them. I like them mean. Hi, Megan.
The entire cast of Game of Thrones. Would. I got made fun of because I said Littlefinger is the most attractive character on there. And everyone's like, what?
Gee,
He owns the game, though.
that's ridiculous.
He's got the game on lock, and I'm like, Wood. Sorry,
Wait,
guys.
this is a man or?
All right,
a
well,
woman?
we have Ryan going all in here with 10 million at 800K big blind on the button with Queen 9 suited. I would
12.5 bigs. I like it.
yeah, I would also move all my chips into the middle with this
Yep.
hand in this
David's
spot.
got a tough decision.
I don't think he can do anything here. I mean, he probably knows that he's shoving wide, but with the ICM and stuff, like if this is a cash game, like I think it's still like kind of close. I would probably be doing, but definitely, given the payouts, he just can't call with that withered of a hand.
Nice hand.
So, yeah,
Got Queen 9 to fold
Back to the real
also.
conversation.
Yeah, Lizzie Kaplan's my girl. I just googled it.
Lizzie Kaplan.
Yeah.
What's up with the foot? You got a face?
Yeah.
Listen, Jamie, I know we're friends and all, but that little finger thing.
It's creepy, right?
It's really gonna put a damper on our relationship.
No, but it's like a toss-up. It's Littlefinger
Yeah,
and
like
Jon Snow toss-up.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. With Jon Snow over Littlefinger, if I were to go that
Well,
route.
Littlefinger's really smart. Girls care about that stuff.
Yeah.
Again.
Silly child. They got them all fooled, you know?
Brian folds. Actions on Kenny. Brian folds. Actions on David. David folds.
Oliver giving the chip leader a walk with the 10-5-0.
Yeah. How many big blinds did he have? Did he have when he just folded Jack 10?
It was exactly 11.
Where was he in the cutoff?
I think he was one before. Well, we're 6-handed, so yeah, I'm pretty sure he was. Let's see. No, he might have been cut off. Yeah, that's an interesting spot. I don't think it's an outrageous fold by any means, especially with Ryan being shorter than he is. I think I might fold too.
Oh, look at that. His record, Elvier's record, is 40-7 with 24 knockouts.
Wow, that's a lot.
I don't know much about boxing, but I feel like that is
sounds like
pretty
a lot.
solid.
Kenny folds. Ryan folds. David, it's your action.
This guy's knocked out 24 people, at least.
But 0 people at this final table.
Correct. Thus far.
David likes to open on the short stacks. He's in the cutoff with fives, and even though there are shorter stacks, I think the play here is just to go all in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But no one's really doing anything, so like there's definitely. But I mean, with this hand of fives, like plays pad post flop. Not that people are really flatting that much. I would still just rip.
Yes.
And like I said, I think you could raise fold that stack if you had something.
But fives is too good. It's a pair. When you get shoved on by ace king and ace queen, if you're finding folds, you're making a mistake.
Yeah, we want to.
Yeah.
We want to realize our equity against those hands and just wager all of them pre-flop.
Beyond is the button. Brian and Kenny are blinds.
The big dogs.
Brian is first to act. Brian folds. Actions on David.
David, in a kind of interesting spot with the ace-9 off in the hijack. With I can't do math again.
13?
Yeah. 14
No.
maybe?
No, 14.
14 maybe. I think it'd be fine to raise. No one's doing anything.
Elvira folds. Beyond's action.
Wait,
Young,
pretty sure it's 15 bigs.
it's like 12 would be
Almost
15.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
almost 15.
So it's a little bit over 11. Young in an interesting spot. I think this is a rip again. Ryan has.
Yep, he notices that, and
Ryan only has 5 bigs, yeah, and then he doesn't. Kenny doesn't want to call off light at all, so he could probably be shoving any 2, and it would be fine.
yes,
Queen 8's totally fine.
definitely better than any
Yeah.
2.
You got to give it to Byung.
Yeah,
He's
playing well.
He's playing well, and he's like he didn't make the mistake that Ryan, I hate to say it, made of like kind of playing a little bit too aggro and really trying to boss to the max extreme, I guess, or he made some sort of mistake in there that was along the line of being too aggro. Maybe it wasn't even an aggro thing, but he was definitely making some mistakes, and Byung's kind of like being a little bit more controlled, as we can see, picking his spots a little bit more carefully, which is good. It's definitely good to have some control in your game, absolutely. I mean, and it's necessary, I think.
David's action.
David with Kitchens on the gun.
Kitchens.
David folds. Elvira's action.
For those of you that don't know.
Oh, Rhodes.
Wow.
Wow.
Finally,
Byung.
is this the first time we've seen them today?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
think so. Byung with aces. What do you do?
Playing well, getting aces.
Byung's gonna raise.
Beyond raises. 1.6.
That's interesting. You play in 5 Borgata poker tournaments this month, January, and you get a complimentary buffet.
Kenny folds. Brian
Folds, folds, and he steals one with aces.
Kenny's button. Brian is small.
Did you guys ever limp in that spot?
I probably would just raise.
In game, as a standard, I would probably say that I would probably be opening maybe 97%, maybe 3% of the time. I think to limp, but I don't think in game I would do that.
In game, I'm more like, don't do anything weird that makes it
Yeah.
look like you have aces.
Yeah.
Elvira's action.
What do you have? He had a 5 big blind stack on his left, a 7 big blind stack, 2 to his left,
Yeah, and then
and then
Ryan in the big with like, who knows, 13, 14 bigs. King Jack suited from Elver. He's mucking under the gun
With how
with
many bigs?
his
That's gotta be a
17,
shove.
18. I don't think I would shove.
How much does
he
he
has
have?
18 bigs.
He's 18 bigs.
Oh,
From
oh.
where?
Oh,
Oh, because he
there
just
you go.
doubled with
He
eights.
doubled.
Never
Yeah.
mind, I
Yeah.
changed my mind.
I would just raise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would for sure open. I would not be shoving.
Yeah.
And then you could probably even fold to Kenny. Or, sorry, whoever has
I would
7.2
call
million, yeah.
off. I'd call off for Skinny. He's got 6 bigs.
Kenny
Less
has
than 6. He
Kenny has
5
9.
bigs. Kenny
Yep.
has 5 big blinds.
Brian has 5 big blinds.
Brian's all in
Yeah.
with 5 bigs.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was looking at the all-in was for 5 bigs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brian wins the hand.
Brian gets one throw with King Jack off.
That's his hand of the day. He said
Mm,
it like 4 times.
Oh, that's nice. Ryan Lee at Ryan60927600271 says, watching live stream final table makes the gym a little less boring. At
Oh.
Jamie Kerstetter.
Oh, hi. Do you even lift, bro?
Yeah, it's a empty looking gym.
Backside.
So on break, I went and purchased a bar, like a breakfast
Yeah, I'm
bar type of
starving.
thing. Yeah, I was a little hungry, and I wanted to know what percentage of pennies do you keep / put in your pocket or leave at the counter when you get them as
About 0% of pennies, unless it's like insulting. I'm not gonna like leave them 3 cents or something.
Yeah, how
but I'll
about?
leave,
I don't
like,
mean
all
as a
my
tip,
change.
just I don't
Yeah,
mean as a tip.
You just like get these out of my face. They don't mean anything.
Yeah, how about you, Mark? Do you
I
do that
think
way
there are
too?
still
there was a period of time where I was pocketing them just because I
For a
didn't want to
change
look
jar?
like
You
no,
don't
not for
look like a jerk.
I didn't want to look like a jerk, but I'm over it. I'm just leaving them there.
Yeah, I think I had 3 pennies as change, and I just left them at the table, and the woman looked at me as if I was the devil, and I was a little taken aback, really. I mean, I don't want them.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, what's going to happen to them if you pocket them? Like I'm
Yeah.
going to end up they're going to be
They're
scattered
annoying.
somewhere,
Yeah.
and I'm going to be wasting the U.S. government's whatever it
Yes.
is they do to make pennies. I'd rather
Copper.
just leave them there. They're going to end up putting them back in the register or doing something with them like that,
Yeah.
like whatever.
I see it as a pay it forward type of thing. I want the person that it needs a penny or two as
David.
part of their bill to use it.
David limping over, and I think it's fine versus Elver to limp with a really bad hand because you can a lot of the time. Hopefully he's going to be betting this flop.
I wouldn't mind seeing a small raise. Bree, I don't
Yeah.
think Elver's defending that wide. Maybe he is. He did limp call the queen 8, but I don't think he'll be peeling too wide, and I think he can just take it down pretty easy pre instead of doing what he just did, which was limp and then get to showdown with 5-4 high out
Yeah.
of position.
Yeah, if you're going to limp, you got to at least bet.
Stab 1, I mean, king 10x seems like a pretty good board to stab.
They're just not going to hit the flop
Yeah.
very often at all.
Somebody else in the hand.
Couple beards talking to each other. That's all I see.
Actions on Brian.
And Brian moves in with his
King 6 DD.
6 big blinds.
Would you guys shove here?
King
Kenny
6
just
under the gun? Yeah,
calls.
probably.
Yeah, he has what, like
What do
5
you
bigs
think?
or something?
5 bigs?
Oh, he's
Probably
more
rip
than
him.
5. He's like
I don't
7.
know.
He has almost 7 big blinds. I'd probably let it go. It's close. 6-handed. I'd have to look at a chart.
Brian turns over a king
Kenny
six
not
of
happy
diamonds.
about
Kenny
seeing that he has
turns
2
over
live cards.
queen of spades. Flop.
He's going to have some beard on beard violence.
7 of clubs. Queen
Good
of
flop
diamonds,
for
queen of
our short
spades.
stack
Flop.
Brian.
Turn.
I think running spades are coming
Jack
though.
of clubs.
Not.
Or 10.
I'll take that bet.
Jack of diamonds.
And our short stack Brian will double up.
It's a pretty
Two pair
devastating
with
swing
two
for
pair.
Kenny. It's
Yeah.
a large percentage of his stack, and
Yeah,
now
you get
he's really going to be.
And you would
Does
have
he
got the
have
page
3
on.
bigs? Yeah, it's a really big swing for Kenny. And
Good news for everyone else, regardless of what happened there.
Brian has doubled up.
Only ace of right there.
LV reserve button. Beyond small blind. Brian. Big
tough
blind.
break for Kenny. He looks completely. 2 big blinds. And he's under the gun.
Don't worry, I might not be here long. Do I even look? Do I even bother looking?
He asks if he looks. I mean, is there merit to not looking?
I would always look.
I like looking personally.
I'm not
He
8-3
didn't look?
off.
He asked.
You have
he asked
some hands
before,
you
should I
could
look?
fold.
Plenty of hands you could fold.
I think that is a common thing that I see a lot from amateurs and regs alike. Actually, they're just like, oh, getting it in here, 2 bigs, 3 bigs under the gun.
One really
Yeah.
like a random
It's like
hand is a
there's-
lot better than certain hands you're gonna look at, and you
Yeah.
you're in big blind the next hand with the random one.
David, what's David going to do with the queen jack? I before
The
with
other
his
thing,
threes.
announcing that you haven't looked all the players to play correctly against a random range, and you don't want to do that either. You could at least pretend to look if you.
Fold, fold.
It's like they're just playing a non-raised pot with overlay.
Yeah.
Young in the small with king 7 of diamonds. I'm pretty sure I would just rip it here.
Yes,
He will make the call,
I would also.
and our big blind will make the call. We are 3-way.
Yeah, I would definitely
What's
just shove.
is there any merit to having a go call and then checking down?
And we'll run
As a chip leader, I would be away. You know, if I was someone else and I thought I could get it through.
Ace of diamonds, deuce of diamonds. Check, check.
Yep,
Turn is
still
two
works.
And
clubs.
Jung has
Check, check again.
pair of kings with flush draw. So Kenny's going to need to come up with some sort of 2-pair or an ace.
We will show down. Young
Oh.
shows.
Nice. This is
There you
this is a
go.
good sweat.
One diamond.
What is that?
1
think it's like a
diamond.
10.
There's no diamonds. Ah, good game,
10-8
Kenny.
for our
Or
all-in
like
with
10-8 or
Kenny
something.
blind.
Yeah.
He would have shoved that anyway.
And we
Yeah,
have
we-
our
Yeah.
sixth place winner at this
Good
time.
game, Kenny.
Congratulations, Kenny.
Kenny, the fan favorite, at least for me.
I liked him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy. 73,000 for his troubles.
Nice job, Kenny.
That's a lot of buy-ins to future event ones at the
Yeah,
Borgata.
he's got about 148, I think.
Quite a many.
Oh, so players are all guaranteed now.
Wow, look at
96K.
this. We got Byung Yu with 50 big blinds and everyone else
Crushing.
sub 20 big blind stacks.
If I had to guess about if they were talking deal or not, I would say that Ryan probably would be Oyet, just on how Oy he's been.
Oi means over it for those
Yeah.
of you at home that don't know. Oi is OI, means over it. So if you hear
And it is what all poker players are, all the time. Pretty much.
Yes.
Our button has moved. Byung is our button. Small blind.
Elver with 19 bigs. Elects to fold the king 10 off on the cutoff.
That is
yeah,
good
he's
bits.
playing super snug. I would like to see an open there with the cut.
Yeah, for sure. I actually don't hate Byung folding the button here with the 2 reshove stacks to his left,
That's
and
better
especially with the
fold
big
and
blind being
Did
our boy Ryan.
did Brian just rip
Wow, Brian ripped
the 9-4
the
off?
9-4 off.
That shows
Wow.
9 of clubs,
I
4 of
really wouldn't
diamonds.
expect him to do that.
Brian has ace of
Yeah.
Six of
I
clubs. Our flop is
think it's
eight
a
of clubs,
blunder.
3 of diamonds, 7 of
It's
hearts.
just such a bad hand. There's
Don't
really
Yeah.
no
Your ace
need.
high still in the
I
lead.
agree. You just
On
walk it
number
out and just give
7
Ryan a
on the
walk there.
turn, 7 of diamonds.
Yeah. I mean, and
N-
this is the guy.
9-4 suited. There's a little more merit to that.
Yeah, this is definitely the guy not to shove on. with
Yeah,
9-4.
Ryan, as you see, snapped a6.
He's gonna regret that.
Yeah, that's big. And Ryan gets perhaps a gift there. Did Brian have Ryan covered?
It was really close.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So it's a pretty big swing for Ryan, who now gets to four-handed, or close to being four-handed with.
And Byung doesn't like to see that.
No,
bet. He
definitely
would much
not.
rather have the nit on his left with chips.
He'd also much rather have the stacks all be even while he's mashing, and they have to worry about ICM.
Yeah,
and he just doesn't.
Yeah, that spot he was just in that we noticed the 50 big blind to all sub 20 was really
the longer
really good
he
for
stays
him.
in that spot,
You just eat their chips little by little.
I still think overall it's if I'm this dude Byung, I'm still like okay with it just
the
because
pay jump is so big.
Yeah, you're getting a jump. You know, you're guaranteed more money, and you still are chip leader, so whatever.
Yeah.
Alvar absolutely loves to see that.
He's been just lax.
Yeah, and
just making money.
He's like, you guys see that
chilling."
King 10 fold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just made 40,000 with that fold. Mitch Monet just tweeted, just learned what oi meant tonight thanks to the Borgata Poker live stream. Or whatever. I was oi figuring it out for months now, he says. You cast literally almost anyone.
Interesting though about the A6 off. Is that a call with ICM? I don't know.
He snapped it into.
I mean, yeah, it's tough because Brian hasn't played very loose, so like you might really be getting him bad.
Yeah.
They're also short, and he's not like there's no stack that's much shorter than him. Like if there was even one short stack that had to get it in first, but now they're all having to get it in.
I'm
so
guessing.
I don't think you can fold.
I'm guessing if we ICM-izered this that it's a fold. Just guessing.
It
And if
takes away
we're going to
those-
be giving Brian a little bit more tighter of a range than 9-4 off for sure.
Yeah, I would never put 9-4 off into a shoving range.
I'm just
Surprised
guessing
to
that
see
it's a fold, but don't know for sure.
Yeah, like ICM definitely favors being the shover and not the caller offer.
Yeah.
But I don't know about like folding an ace.
Byung now with ace X under the gun one.
Do we know how many big blinds Brian was off with? 2, 3? Couldn't have been many.
Couldn't be more than that. Byung opening the ace X. Just good to see.
I hope Brian looked.
Yeah, same. But it looks like he's all in for about $1 million.
Yeah. Wow, he has ants, red and black.
Wow.
I'm trying for you, James.
Thank you. I think good. I think Diptar will see the way at some point.
I still don't remember why they're called ants.
Because they look like ants. Are you serious?
They do look like ants.
Do they?
Yes.
They look like 8s to me.
Yeah. It looks a little bit more like 8s than ants. But
You're not very creative.
Oh, okay.
Snowmen.
Yeah, they look like snow. Look like
What did the
infinity symbols.
What
they
did the
look
0 say to the 8?
Listen.
Nice belt.
Oh wow, solid.
My nephew liked that one. He's 6.
What do you call ants? Ashantis? No, they're queens.
Yeah, it's our cheenies.
Cheenies. We gotta do something with
just
that.
no.
No offense to that reg. All right, he's a stars reg, Cheenie, poker Cheenie. Yeah, we're gonna have to change that up a little bit, I think.
Yeah, if you put poker in your
Can
poker
we-
name, then you don't get to name hands.
I think you got something. Wow.
Oh.
Yikers.
So
Drawing to the ocho.
our boy Ryan is going to need an 8, and he did not get it, and he's out in.
Wow.
Besides the 9-4 shove, he played pretty well the rest of the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unlucky, Brian. Good game.
That was one of those spaz outs we talked about, like tight
It
guy, tight guy,
happens.
tight guy. But
Yeah,
it
it
was
happens.
almost like, well, I made my pay jumps, and now like no
Yeah.
one's short anymore. Let's get it in.
Looks like he had lunch waiting for him on the side. So I mean,
Well, then
lunch and $96,000. I think he'll be all right.
All right, so
Sounds
we're all
good.
guaranteed with the remaining
119.
4 left. Just about 120, 119.
$120,000. That's a lot of thousands.
Yeah.
I definitely think that people could be talking chop now for sure. And again, I still think Ryan would probably not be into it, but who knows?
He just doubled up. He's probably feeling it now.
He also just doubled his total cashes in life.
Yep. Oh, yeah, they all multiplied.
He had
There's
like 140K before this.
Yeah, looking at these jumps more and more, I really feel like you can play a bit more aggro based on the jumps.
I think Young can still be just mashing these people.
Yeah.
They do reach a point though, like I always see it where people just they're happy with the money they have and then they just play they play like they're on a free roll.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's hard to like just crush because you're the chip leader because some people just won't care.
Right, exactly.
I mean, they are now playing for, over $200,000
Another
still.
220K.
So, I mean,
yep.
that is hard to ignore. But some people see, now they're in the six-figure range,
Mhm.
and they might just be like, got six figures.
I was coaching a girl who would just literally punt when she was heads up because it was like, oh, money, like online. I was watching and I'm like, what are you doing? It was just like, oh, whatever, like, let's run it, see what happens. I'm like, you're playing for the most money. This is like a $1,000 sit and go that you're playing heads up.
Yeah.
Like, you're not just playing, like, oh, I already won 1,200, who cares? I'm like, all the money is when you're heads up.
Yeah, I feel like I've done that in the past, though, too. Like, especially when I used to grind sit and goes, I would be, like, in the money in the sit and go, and I'd be like, all right, whatever, and I wouldn't put as much attention into it as I needed to.
Byung opens two big blinds with king, queen off, and takes it down.
Our small blind this hand.
And Ryan's gotten pretty lucky to be where he's at now. He could have easily gotten whatever place with some of the calls and stuff he made. So, I mean, everybody's got to be happy now. Definitely the two shorties got to be stoked about getting 120K and kind of just skating in there. Ryan looks a little bit more composed now.
We have a hand on the button here for David.
David with about 10 bigs.
Yep, just slightly under 10 bigs.
And he's just going to raise again, I would imagine.
Yeah, he did it last time with fives. Similar stack. He had a little more with fives.
1.7.
We have a raise. 1.7 million is the raise. Small blind folds.
Oliver making a good fold.
Yep.
I think it's a good fold.
Young, who is now our big blind, will lay it down, and David will take the pot. Our button is correct, and C2, Calvier.
David now up to 12 big blinds. Got Ryan eating a banana. Pretty aggressively eating a banana. Is that his second banana?
No,
No, that was
the
Elver
first
was
banana was Elver.
Oh.
Banana count, too.
Bananas are in. Bananas and beards.
David with a little over 11 bigs and king queen off. Under the gun four-handed. What are you guys doing?
King, queen off with 12 bigs.
It's 11.
Shovel.
11?
Pile.
Yeah, I'm going to wager all of them.
Only bad things are going to happen if you're going to raise here,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
No.
Young in an interesting
This is
spot.
interesting here. We have David opening two hands in a row. Now has 11.5 bigs. Ryan in the big blind, right? He has how many now? 20? 22?
He has, I think he has 20 million. So
20
whatever that is,
million.
25 bigs.
25 bigs?
So I would be interested to see what Byung does here. I feel like he's going to fold.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a bit awkward of a
like
spot.
It is
yeah,
awkward.
second hand in a row is usually stronger.
Yeah.
In my
Especially from someone, this guy's not playing any hands,
Yeah.
really. He wasn't. But he also might be thinking, like, okay, we're four-handed now. You know, maybe these guys are opening up a bit. But I wonder what happens if there was no three-bet or just shoves.
Would you say his worst option is to flat?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Just because the stacks are so shallow. I mean,
So
you kind of got to be
looks
getting
like
it in.
He
he's gonna
re-raised.
3-bet call, and I'm assuming fold if the big blind ripped in.
Yeah.
Wow.
David declares all
So now
He
it's
has
this
to
spot,
call.
and it's
Yeah,
like,
and he
will
called.
call.
oh, okay, you
Yeah,
shove.
he was like
There's
3-bet
king
committing.
of hearts.
Yeah,
But yeah, David shoved pretty quickly.
Yeah,
actually.
like if you're David and you have like I had a spot like this come up, I was at a final table of something fairly big, and I opened with ace jack instead of just ripping, and someone threw it. And I was like, ugh.
Yeah, ace jack shrinks up.
Yeah,
A lot there.
yeah.
As
I
does- as
ended
does
up
king, queen
folding
here.
to this dude who had fives, and I like hated myself for it.
An 8 of diamonds. It is a chop pot. Players will take their bets back.
I would assume David then had a plan that he was just going to go with it the whole
Yeah.
time. He announced all in pretty
Oh,
quickly.
you just moved it.
Elver not too pleased
No.
about that.
And no harm, no foul.
$120,000.
We'll move the button and play another hand.
Big blind.
11 minutes remaining in this level, players. 11 minutes.
11 minutes remaining in this poker level, players. 11 minutes. Tonight's airplane movie.
I know.
will
Everyone
be
makes fun of her voice, but
Gone
she
Girl.
is such an
Action
awesome
is to
floor.
Elvira, who
Oh,
declares
she's
She's like a
all
rule book.
in.
Like you're like, oh, the player will ask something, and she'll be like, well, blah, 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 and like literally spouts off the entire rule. I'm like, that's awesome to have someone who
Elver-
knows something.
Elver's is ripping his 13 million,
Big blind.
which is an amount of big blinds I'm not sure. 16.
16
With
or so.
queens.
He
There's
needs to open.
Yeah, just raise.
Yeah.
Just throw that min piece in there.
Elvira shows pocket queens. Pocket queens. And our button moves.
I had a queen. I don't think I. You're probably the only one I want to raise unless I have a queen.
David is our small blind. Elvira is big blind. That makes Gail
What
under
exactly
gun.
does a power plant operator do?
Action is
David Hom, 51 years old, power plant operator.
Ask Mr. Burns.
I was just gonna say a joke like that.
Young with the king 6 HH under the gun definitely should be opening. In my opinion,
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah,
agree
full raise.
wholeheartedly with you.
Ryan folds. Looks like 1.6 million.
Four-handed, so
1.2 for small blind to call.
under the
David
gun
will
is
fold and big blind
the
folds
cutoff,
right behind, and Young will take
essentially.
the stand.
and I'll take it down.
Antes up, players. Our button is in seat 1 with David.
No dinner break today? No dinner break today? Oh, you want one? I'm good. I'll finish it. Yeah, one then.
What gadget is that in the dealer's ear? Is he a cyborg? What is that?
Yeah. I don't know.
Can he hear us?
I don't know.
Thought you were all knowing.
Ryan with king 6 off under the gun. Yeah, I kind of thought this was happening. He's raising.
Ryan raises.
Definitely fine with opening here.
1.6.
1.6 million.
All in.
David announces all in.
Wow.
Yes, he's got your hand.
Oh, wow.
Elvira folds.
Got the jack 10
Small
DD.
blind. Young folds his big blind.
What?
And Ryan lays it down. David will take the
Nice
pot.
hand, David.
Nice hand, David.
He's really comfortable.
Yeah, a lot of people would probably think twice about that
Yeah.
one because he only had 10 bigs.
Aces.
But he was pretty over it.
You got there, Jamie.
Mhm.
Yes.
Thanks
it
for
took me
joining
a
us.
minute. Sorry, I'm out of it.
Just coffee.
I know. I gotta to sleep at a reasonable hour tonight so I can play nosebleeds tomorrow.
Sounds good.
It's gonna be fun. Whee.
What is tomorrow?
The poker night.
Oh, yay.
Poker night, Nosebleeds of America.
Was it the 1K or are you playing the cash game?
The cash game.
David, who is under the
What's going
gun.
on here tomorrow?
I don't know. Good question. Probably a 560. It's a weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the 1 mil, is it?
I don't know.
David folds.
Tired of you not knowing.
Elvier folds.
Byung, 10-6 off in the small blind.
10-8 suited on the button, fold by Elviers. It's very tight. I think he has like 18 bigs now. Just would like to see him open up his game a little bit as it gets shorthanded. That being said, he's a boxer, and I think he's playing great.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly though, it's I'm okay with it. Like
With these two people behind him.
yeah, like I'm okay with it, especially with the big blind being Ryan. Like
Yeah.
it seems max away. I'm okay with him knitting a bit for sure.
Yeah, he's away.
Ryan is all in.
He shoved.
Yeah.
Byung
Yeah.
folds and Ryan
And I like the
takes
open by
pot.
Byung, even though he's up against that guy. He's putting him in an awkward spot.
Good fold, Elvier.
Yeah. Yeah, twice that's happened now where we said we should open hands and he probably would have got shoved on.
Antes are still 100,000. Ryan is our small blind. David is our big blind. 6 minutes remain in this level, players. 6 minutes.
Oh, wow. Interesting fact about Ryan Jones, he finished top 100 in the Millionaire Maker this year.
Yeah.
It's a large field. Top 100 is 4,600. How many were in this? 4,100?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what do we guys think that the biggest blunder of the final table was by any of the remaining players?
Actionist Elvier.
I did not like the lead call with King 7,
Yeah,
King of Hearts.
okay,
by
yeah.
That
that
was.
stands out in my mind.
And his call off with Ace 4 suited against.
Yeah, that was that
pocket
was
eights.
yeah, they were both I don't think that
Ryan
good.
declares all in.
Uh-oh.
David will
GG
call.
Ryan.
What was this? Is this blind versus blind?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
unfortunate.
you can't do
for
anything
Ryan.
about that.
Yeah, he just has to shove the Ace 4 here, and is definitely going to be.
Pretty unlucky.
Yeah, it's unlucky for Ryan again with the
Our
Ace 8.
flop is 6 of
And that's a great
hearts,
flop.
10 of spades,
for
9
David.
of clubs. We need big cards on the turn. That's a queen of hearts.
Good turn, but it brings a lot of
More cards
chop
to come, the
pots,
river.
I would say, right?
3 of
And that ain't one of
hearts,
them.
an ace, 8
David's going to double up, and Ryan's going to be left with about 10
with the
bigs.
flush.
Unlucky.
He doesn't look as perturbed as he was earlier. I guess maybe
Yeah.
because he's guaranteed
made
more
a lot more money
Yeah,
now.
he's made 50,000, 60,000 more than he was when he was upset before, which is understandable. No, David Hom started day 2 with less than 100,000 chips. I know someone else started day 2 with less than 100,000
Started day
chips.
2 with 159,000 chips, so I think I should get 2 times what he does about, right?
Okay.
What did the blind
1.6
start?
times?
1.6 times.
Yeah.
Blind started at what on day 2?
2,500, 5K.
5K.
Oh, so I mean, that's not.
Yeah.
That's where I was thinking that was a good huge deal, but
No, at 80K, I was laxed.
I have a sick brag about running up a short stack. I was playing the PCA main event 2, maybe 3 years ago, and I had and a half of a big blind with. It was either 45 minutes or an hour and a half of the day. An hour and a half is more believable, but I had half of a big blind, and I get it in, and I win, and then I ended as the table chip leader at my
Jeez.
table, which was like I don't know. I think it was like the hand that I was all in was like I had 1,200 chips. Then I ended with like 180K or something like
That's
that.
awesome.
That's
You know, I
absurd.
just-
That if anything ounces, that does.
Yeah,
That
that
is
ounces a
absurd.
bit.
Looks like Ryan moved in again, or are they just still getting squared up from the last hand?
Squared up, I think. It's been taking a little while.
You guys got any short stack stories of glory?
Yes, I got 2 outed in a circuit event last year, 2 years ago, and had 2 big blinds on the absolute bubble of the 6-max, and I got 2nd place. I was
Hey.
like,
Whoa.
sweet. It was pretty cool.
Very nice.
Yeah. I was sad. I was like, oh man, I have to sit here and just hope that the short stack busts at the other table. And he busts. I'm like, yeah, lock up the $600. And then I just run it up to have all the chips.
That's absurd.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
crazy.
cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely have had instances like that. None that stick out so much like that. I do remember having like half a chip, like you said, running it back up to like 30 bigs, and then losing aces to ace king. I do remember that one. With like 2 tables left and something. That was fun.
That's right. I remember I was playing some ultimate bet tournament back in the day. It was like their $500 tournament. That wasn't like super big. It was probably like 100 runners or something like that. And I had aces all in pre-flop against ace king, and the board ran out like 8-3, like 2-6 or something like that. You know, no club or something like that. And I lost. It was some glitch in the software where they just shipped the chips to the other person. I'm like,
Oh my god.
I'm like, really? And then, but although, like, I will say it's absurd, I remember at the time not being that surprised. Like, just being like, these things happen on these sites. Like, just because I swear, I wasn't like outraged like you would think.
Awesome.
And then what happened is UB ended up giving me a $500 buy-in back. Which
Oh,
was
That's
that's
it,
nice
though.
of them.
Thanks, guys.
Get out of here. Ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, ultimate bet.
David limping blind versus blind with the 8-7 suited. I would probably just rip on Elvier, but I mean, I guess you could do a lot of different things.
Ace of hearts on the river.
Raise and fold.
I would be ripping.
Did he just check down?
I think so.
3-7?
Actually,
Yeah, he's
because he just never has anything. But I don't think
Yeah.
he's bluffing though.
Yeah,
either, so it's just like
Elvier's
you're
never
just-
stabbing. Just maybe bet one
Yeah.
big blind and hope for the best.
Yeah.
And our button moves.
Yeah. What would you guys do there, blind versus blind with 7-8 suited? It's 15 effective.
15 if I... Yeah, I'd rip on Elvier. He doesn't call. He does not.
Jamie.
I mean, I don't know. 15's kind of a lot. It's kind of a lot. Because he's only going to rip if he has something real. And
This
to
is true,
him,
too.
real is like 8s plus probably, and that's just not that
Yeah.
big.
Yeah,
a
we
deal.
haven't seen that many times though
Yeah.
where he's you know, like what's he gonna do with Ace X? He's now
Yeah,
he is now that he's still in 3rd place, not 4th, so that means a lot.
Mhm. Plus, he hasn't shown a propensity to like want to even C3. He's like so tight.
except for the queen
Yeah.
8.
Yeah,
He
he's
limped
on
the button.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I don't think he's putting in
Yeah.
a significant portion of his stack. Like
Yeah.
I might make a slightly bigger raise from the blind than
Yeah.
I would versus someone else. Like I might make like 2.8x or something just so that he doesn't feel tempted to defend. But he will only shove on me if he has
Yep.
me completely crushed. So
Yeah.
probably ripped still, just because I'm like he's never having anything. But who knows, dude? Who knows?
and your hand does well if he does
Uh-oh.
have a
Yeah.
real sort of hand.
Ooh,
He just called.
set the
Yeah.
trap.
And then we were
I
talking
like it,
to
finally.
someone on break that is friends with Elvier,
Oh, be on my rip.
and he was saying that he told him not to limp anymore, and if he does limp, to limp a complete monster.
Ah,
So
he takes instruction well.
He's trying to act completely still.
I mean, I think it would be tough not to just rip if you're Byung.
It looks like he's just gonna.
They're just gonna raise.
Yeah. Looks like he's gonna account for traps, and I think I like that too, just because.
Yeah, me too.
Like along the lines of what we were saying, like he's gonna limp fold a bunch.
Young raises.
Raise
is
to
2.2 or something.
No, I think it's 3.2.
3 million.
Like 4x it.
2.3. Okay.
Oh no, like
I'd love to see him just set the trap even further and just limp call.
yeah, but yeah, but it's
That's fine. Nice hand.
I like him just piling because he doesn't seem like someone who's super confident post flop. So you don't want to put yourself in a spot where you're like guessing now.
Yeah, we have
Like
kings.
you have
Yeah.
kings,
Like
yeah,
15
but
bigs. We're
okay,
not
but
guessing much.
yeah. I understand why he
there are
shoved, and I
4
would always call.
aces.
Yeah.
There are 4 aces.
You just don't want to ever get in a spot where you're trapping with that hand out of position, and then all of a sudden you find some way to fold it post.
Yeah, I feel like I've always, when I've had a hand like kings, I've always ended up putting in an extra raise, and I kind of think I did it out of like fear of like whatever,
Ace
like
flopping.
yeah, an ace flopping or like something like that. But then I was at this trip in this past PCA, and I was like, no. Someone called for at me, and I had like a crazy image, and I had kings. I was like, no, we're going to go to the streets.
Yes.
So I called queen jack 10 flop.
Aye.
Okay, and I went check
That's
check,
good.
and then I was like, I don't know what's going on here. And then
Yeah.
the turn was just like a 3, and I just like bet called. Like it wasn't like super deep or anything. I was supposed to do. I just bet and called his shove, and he had king 9 off. So
Jeez.
but no, I rivered a chop though, so it's
Oh.
like
Hey.
this is in the LAPT. Okay.
Heard that was a good event.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess it was, but I mean, all those tournaments I thought were fairly good, but still like compared to a U.S. tournament, like
Oh,
they're
yeah.
tough.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The final table was like outrageously stacked.
I saw
My
that.
boy Tapar got 5th.
You're talking about the main that.
This is the 3K
No, the
LAPT.
Oh, okay.
The
Gotcha.
right before the PCA started, they had
Yeah,
a
but the final table was sick. It was just like all internet
David will
superstars.
raise 2.5 million.
David opening it up with the queen. Good to see.
Elvira folds. Young folds, and our big
Well.
blind folds as well.
Oh,
David will
Elvira,
win
that was the
pot.
Jack 10 suited. Snap
Mhm.
folds.
turbo muck. I like this David guy. I like this his
Yeah.
posture, and he looks very sincere with everything he does.
Yeah, I think
He has
I think
nice
he's kind of
hair,
laggy.
too.
I feel like he's got some laggy.
He
bones
does
in
have
his
nice
body.
hair,
Yeah.
doesn't he?
10 of diamonds, so that was nice. That was very good.
Wait, now
Snap. It looked so like sure.
Wait, now that you mention, is that a hairpiece?
No,
No,
I don't think so.
I don't know.
If it is, it's a really good one.
Good for him.
Ryan is small blind. David is big
Well, I
blind.
just got a really
Elvira
sweet
is
text
big
from
blind.
Sammy. It's a Poker Jamer's girlfriend saying that
Elvira
they were listening to the final table commentation. They heard the part that we were talking about anxiety and playing, with it, and said that she thought it was vulnerable and really appreciated hearing it. So I very, very appreciate that text. That was very sweet of her. And she's on the come up.
Oh, nice.
S Silver 422 on stars. Watch out for her in $16 horse events.
Ooh.
She's been on the final table a few.
Ooh.
Aw, how cute is that?
Yeah.
I like Kenny.
Yeah, our
Was I
man.
right when I said if I was gonna like hang out and drink with someone, Kenny's the
Yeah,
man?
Kenny is the
he
man.
came back to say good luck to everyone.
That's
Really
awesome. Good
classy.
for him. Probably just finished, got doing his paperwork at
Yeah.
and the payout stuff,
Super
and just come back
classy.
and says, "Good for him." That's he said bye to the floor. She waved.
Young is first to F.
Byung with another very strong hand.
I feel like we're eliminating someone on the sand.
All right. I think someone's gonna have ants.
Ants? Wow, that is a
Mhm.
caller. I think Ryan might be hitting the showers
I
here.
like the whole name pocket pairs after people that were in Murder Inc. Ashanti and Ja Rules. I think you might be onto something.
No, Ryan's folding.
So someone else has ants.
No ants.
Hate being wrong. GG, David.
David. Nah, I don't know how he's gonna bust.
Ryan folds,
He
and
just
Elvira
he just
is
F&Rs
big,
here.
who will call the 2 million.
He just fought the small.
Big
Yeah.
blind is
Mhm.
down and
Seems
zero.
What's his effective?
30?
30 some.
I'm not a fan
Yeah.
of flatting with a hand like that. Even short-handed, it's time to start 3-betting or nothing.
Although I will say that I've seen so many people recently after seeing final table replays and stuff online that like people 3-bet folding king queen off a lot. Not that I 3-bet the hand too. Like people like just thinking that it's like trash. I don't know. Like
Not that it's trash, but that it doesn't flop very well. Like
King
when
queen.
that there's
How does
no.
king queen not flop
I'm
very
saying that there's like negative implied odds with king queen. That like when you're flatting and someone wants to put in a ton of chips on a king or queen high flop, it's
Yeah.
against ace king and ace queen too often.
Yep.
And you're not getting that much value out of like king jack and like queen jack and queen 10 stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that I feel like it does have some like negative implied odds.
Yeah, based on positions for sure. But I was saying it more like in like aggro games where like I see people like usually when I threw it with it, given the dynamic, I'm just ripping a lot of times when people were 4-betting. But I mean I'm playing on in a little bit more aggro of games I think than like a live tournament. Like it's definitely not good to be like, all right, I have king queen, I'm gonna 3 to 5.
I would have liked to see David lead the turn pretty heavy. I think when Byung is stabbing all of his hands that don't have showdown value. Yeah, I
David
don't
will raise.
Just awkward for him to get value.
to get value now.
now
once
that
he check
he's-
raises his turn like this. I think if he
4
bet
million.
twice,
Yeah,
if he
he's
goes like 2/3, or even like 2/3, 3/4 pot, turn river.
Yeah.
I think he's getting called twice
For
very
sure.
often, and now it is less likely that he calls now with tens
Yeah.
as played. He still might.
Yeah, it's still like
The
one of
second
those
king is really
spots
helpful
Yeah.
where
for
this
him to
is
get
like
paid.
Young has
Yeah.
the complete top of his range.
Yes.
And he could definitely wait. Did he just min raise?
He just check raised and Byung called.
Ace of diamonds.
Yeah, I think it went from 2 mil to 4 mil, or was it 2 mil to 6 mil?
David.
Yeah, I think it had to be 4 mil because there's only 13 mil in the pot. Yeah, so he hit him with the check min raise. And I think Byung's gonna get away from it here.
Yeah, I think he's more than capable to fold here. Find a hero.
Got some Asian on Asian action here.
Yep. Old versus young. Respect your elders, son. David has 20 mil, 13. I don't know how much. What is that?
900K or so? Wait, what? No, I'm talking 9 million. Math is hard.
He bet one.
He bet like 4%. I think, is that 9 million? Yeah.
9
That's a
million.
big bet.
That's a large wager.
I mean, not the results oriented, but I still think I would kind of like. I don't know. Check. I don't know how much I would like on the river. Definitely less than 9 mil.
Yeah, for sure. Again, hard to break down opponents' ranges. Playing for so much money in game, much easier for us. But
Yeah.
You just haven't seen David like try a multi-street bluff.
yeah.
He doesn't. There's no reason to think that that your tens could be good here.
Yeah. David has not really been getting out of line with regards to check raising, turn, and bombing river. I don't think there are many bluffs, if any. I don't think there are any bluffs actually
No.
with this line as played in this spot.
I think
At this
that
final
the
table.
tank is more the residual, but I had tens pre-flop
Mhm.
feeling when you're
Mhm.
four-handed and you have a monster, it just feels I'm supposed to win this. Folding sucks. I hate folding.
I think David should realize there aren't many hands that Byung is bluffing with here. Got Queen Jack of clubs. Something along those lines. Like if he starts thinking about what he can beat. I mean, there's pure bluffs.
But it wouldn't even be a good board to run a multi-street bluff on, in my opinion, because, and especially the river, because he can so easily have a decent ace.
I feel like King Queen is the hand that people most often flat too.
Yeah.
Like people, oh, King Queen, call.
I don't know how many aces Byung has in his range as played. I guess like ace queen of clubs, maybe ace nine. But
Yeah.
I think those are really the only few aces. Like ace x club that he decides to not bet the flop with, and then bet call the turn with. I don't think he gets to the river with many aces. I think.
Wow, he's in first place now, David.
Wow. Look at him go. See, we admired his hair, and there he goes.
Well, then you're screwed, Alex.
Yeah. Well, no, if that's a hairpiece, I'm in good shape.
Actions on Brian.
Oh boy.
Brian declares all in.
Brian has
Oh no.
the canine.
Wow.
Oh no.
Oh, wow, this is David's moment.
Yeah, can't fault the shove at all with the king nine off. I would shove this
It's definitely a good shot.
Does he
four-handed.
have 6 bigs?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
He's
a-
happy to see it
yeah,
until he
it's-
sees his hand.
It's definitely a shove. That is about the worst case scenario for your opponent to have 2 kings when you have a king in your
Yeah,
hand.
unless flops Queen Jack 10.
You familiar with that?
Mm-hmm. Vaguely.
It's funny.
And Ryan had a rough go about today and has minimal equity as his life is at stake here.
Oliver loving seeing this.
Asian George Clooney, however, in great shape
Yeah.
to be 3-handed with an even bigger chip lead.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Look at him, actually.
Yeah.
Oliver's just making heaps by not.
Hey,
hitting.
wow. It's one of the better
It's 2
flops
of
you
the
can
3.
see. Yeah.
Come on, no. Jack of hearts on the turn. River.
Low.
The river's at 3 of hearts.
Low, low. There you go. Good game,
Ryan's
Ryan. You've seen
definitely
better days.
disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being disappointed though, I don't feel that bad. He's getting 120K.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
good.
No, yeah, that's, they'll be happy with that.
Yeah. We could have seen some things different out of Ryan, but overall, I think that we'll see more good things from him to come with his aggressive style and stuff like that. And it's hard, like especially when you're not super experienced playing these, like you want to call it televised final tables or live streamed, whatever. you know, sometimes your mind's racing
Yeah. Or
very
just
fast.
playing for 320,
Yeah.
40K. Was extremely impressed with his river tank with the 8-5.
Yeah, true that.